My boyfriend asked me to sell my body because he was broke at first. My boyfriend and I were just friends, not super close. At that time, I was looking for a job, and he helped me land an interview. The job turned out to be pretty good, so I accepted the offer the very next day. In the beginning, there wasn't much work to do, but he patiently explained everything to me, and I could see the affection in his eyes. The sunlight shining through the window onto his face really touched me. He and I quickly fell for him. A few months later, we started dating, and since we both weren't making a lot of money but had plenty of expenses, he started thinking of ways to make quick money through less than legal means. I firmly stopped him from doing that, because I knew it would lead him down a dangerous path. We would argue about it often, and over time, he seemed to lose his patience, and the kindness in his eyes was replaced by anxiety and frustration. One time, we were driving out with his friend in the passenger seat. Adol and I was sitting in the back because I get car sick. I reclined my seat to lie back and feel a little better. The scenery outside flashed by, but I couldn't even pay attention. He saw me, got really mad, and ordered me to sit in the front. He eyed at his friend, feeling awkward, offered to switch places. Once in the front seat, he kept complaining about me being too high maintenance, and always saying I was finding excuses to feel sick. I was already uncomfortable, and his words just made it worse. So we started arguing, and on the while driving, he suddenly punched me in the mouth and nose. Blood poured out, staining my clothes. When he saw how badly I was hurt, he stopped the car and told me to clean up the blood. I was furious, so I called my mom to help me book a flight home. When he realized I was leaving, he was embarrassed in front of his friend and told me to get out of the car right then. He slammed the door after me, leaving me standing in the street alone. While I was home, he kept texting and calling me. Crying and apologizing, saying he couldn't live without me. I was soft-hearted, so I went back to him. When I came back, his attitude did improve a little. But one day he suddenly said, "You're pretty and have a great body. How about I introduce you to a guy? If you spend a night with him, you can make $500. I thought he was joking and ignored him. Later, I overheard at a friend's party, him talking with a few guys about women who make money through shady means, and that's when I realized he was serious. At the party, a drunk friend came over to offer me a drink, but I didn't notice. Havatha, my boyfriend, saw this and angrily shoved my helling. "Didn't you see him offering you a drink?" In front of everyone. Hello, he treated me like that, and I snapped back saying, "I just didn't hear him." The situation got really awkward. And the friend tried to smooth things over. I got upset and went upstairs, but he followed me, kicked over a coffee table, and yelled, "Who are you giving attitude to?" Not wanting to make a scene in front of everyone, I stayed silent, but he slapped me across the face. And as we struggled, his friends tried to intervene, but he went even further and hit me with a chair, leaving me with bruises on my shoulder, and had a female friend pulled me into a bedroom to comfort me while the men scolded him for putting his hands on me. After the party, crying, he knelt down, apologizing and slapping himself in the face all night. I stayed up all night, thinking about breaking up with him, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. The next day, I said I wanted to go out with my best friend. When we met, he agreed. My friend brought 3 men along, including a thug I had rejected before, and he was known for causing trouble and hurting women in the area. Although I didn't want to seem rude, so I stayed. The goal at the hotel, they started messing around and playing cards. I went to look for a charger since my phone had died, and when I went to the bathroom, I suddenly realized that the thug had locked the door and was coming towards me, trying to kiss me. And I screamed and fought him off, locking myself in the bathroom and calling my friend to come help. Afterward, when my boyfriend found out, he didn't care about me at all. Instead, he accused me, saying, "Did you really sleep with him?" I tried to explain, but he still didn't believe me and scolded me for not contacting him right away. The truth was, he was too scared to confront the thug, was taking it out on me instead. Things got worse after that. He started adding a bunch of guys on social media and spreading rumors about me being immoral. I was mentally breaking down. So I decided to break up with him, but he wouldn't let go. He even came to my workplace demanding money, though other threatening to keep spreading rumors if I didn't pay. Eventually, I had to call the cops, and after a warning, he stopped. After we broke up, my mom told me he had been using my money to support other women. At first, I didn't believe it. When his friends contacted me to collect debts, I found out it was true. He had racked up, and I had paid around $7,000, $8,000 for him, $15,000 for living expenses during our relationship. His friend also revealed that he had once tried to sell me to an illegal business, but since I had strongly opposed it, he hadn't succeeded. Looking back on this relationship full of violence, humiliation, and betrayal, I feel horrified. I'm just grateful I managed to escape, though I still feel guilty for the pain I caused my mom.